Yeah, so I'm going to be putting Diego Costa, and I know this is controversial, but I think Diego Costa and Pedro, because if you look at it this way, right? So if you take a look at the tactics, this would be, I think, what I'd want to run as my first team for the year, and then basically, here it is, yeah. So I'm thinking this would be the first team, honestly. Courtois, Azpilicueta, Luiz, Ake, Moses, Conte, Fabregas, Alonso, Musonda, Hazard, and Lukaku. And then I was thinking I was going to run a second team, 3-5-2 potentially. I'd have Thibaut in goal. I'm going to want to try to maybe get a backup keeper for the cheap. Then obviously I would still have him, but I would be Cahill, I think, would come in for Ake as another example there. But yeah, the overall point on this is that in the end, basically, I think either Diego Costa or Michy Batshuayi, I think, are on their way out. Yeah, we're only 8 days away from our next preseason friendly, and then after that, 5 days away from the Premier League game against Bournemouth, which will be our first of the season. And in that, I believe I'll start a strong team, but I'm probably gonna take off almost like half the team if we're leading at a decent amount, because I don't want us to get caught up and potentially have some fitness issues before the Premier League game. Alright, so you guys may be wondering here, right? So at the moment, we don't have any transfer budget. The key thing is, if you take a look at it, at the moment, as you know, recently Juan Cuadrado, he moved to Juventus. So his valuation is 33.5 million in the game, and since he is not going to be coming back to Chelsea, what I think is justified to do is add that wages that he has and of his total contract to the board, because he's never coming back to Chelsea. So that is it. That is all we can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3.5 million to our transfer budget, as I feel like that's fair value for Cuadrado. Because put it simply, Juventus will not buy him. He will be wasted on loan for 3 years. Therefore, I feel like it's fair to have that. In addition, his wages are 58,000. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 58,000 to that. I think that would be, no, sorry, my mistake. Alright, there we go. So, monthly installments over 4 years. We'd then proceed to pay them, so that'd be 30 million plus Pedro. There we go. 20 million. Let's see if this would work. So, it's just the terms. Okay. That would be pretty good. So, basically, we'd be paying around 43 million for Pulisic. That's interesting. Okay, so wow, okay. So we'd only be losing 18.75 million, and then we'd be paying 5 million over the next few years. So that would be interesting, though. But Pulisic would just be brilliant to have, because if you take a look at the team, right? So we could have like a front three in the end of Hazard. Let's say, basically, we could easily have a front three potentially. And now if you put Hazard where, let's be honest here, N'Golo would be. Yeah, we could easily have a front three of Hazard, Lukaku, and Pulisic. Okay, so Matic could come on for a little bit. But yeah, let's take a look at our team. Obviously, we're not going to be running a 2, whatever the heck that was. So Yeah, I think I'll do a 3, 4, 2, 1. You know what? I'm gonna run with a 3, 4, 2, 1 that I usually do. So obviously this is a prem, so I'm gonna have to select obviously full players. So Eduardo's gonna be there on the bench just to make sure. Then we have a Sesk obviously on the bench, so JT is gonna come in as part of substitutes, and then Loic Remy because having 11 substitutes is never a bad idea. I'm gonna play basically a 3-4-3. So Mbappe is gonna be on the bench, but I think he's a candidate to come on later. And yeah, submit the team. Alright, there we go. So this is the team that we're going to run with. Let's get into this match. So yeah, we're going to continue on. And special day, of course. Can't wait to get into it. So, opposition instructions. So yeah, for Callum Wilson, definitely want to, the better chance we have of stopping him to score is going to ensure we have a better chance of winning. So yeah, we're going to show him on to the weak foot. We're going to hard tackling on him. So let's continue to the team talk. So yep, let's just let Alessio take the team talk. Whoops, I might have ticked off David Luiz. Ah well, let's see how we do. Now it's Alonso here. Alonso to Lukaku. Lukaku to Hazard. Hazard into Musonda. Musonda. It's over to Lukaku to Chalobah. Chalobah to Musonda to Hazard. Hazard! We take the lead 9 minutes in. What a beautiful passing play there. And Eden Hazard puts it away there. Very, very much pleased there. A great play from Chalobah to Musonda. And then right in with Hazard just smashing it into the near post. We lead. Let's go. We're really dominating here. Moses, Willian, Musonda, Musonda, Musonda! What a goal! Charlie Musonda hits it in, and he has been great so far. We are just dominant there. Musonda has been on fire. He could have easily had 2 at this point. Okay, a little bit of luck there though, as a deflection off him. Okay, now it's Musonda to Hazard. Hazard, 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 what skill, what skill! Eden Hazard has got his second world class from Eden Hazard. And we are just taking Bournemouth to town. What a searing run from Hazard. And yet again, another deflection off the defender. Alright, there we go. And we are going into halftime, so let's just start off. Now it's Hazard here, whipping it in. Oh, wow, they just kind of put it full time. Okay, 3-0. So, just be passionate here and just say, very well done. Just make sure that they understand how well they've been playing. So, yeah, just fantastic. And we are in second spot. So, Tottenham scored 1 more goal, but we are second in the league, so a good, extremely solid victory. Go. Corentin TOLISSO is coming to Chelsea. That is right, Corentin TOLISSO, who obviously went to Bayern for 40 million in real life, because let's be honest here, Michael Emenalo is the worst director of football in, let's say, the top 4 clubs in the Premier League, and definitely, I'd say, the worst out of any club coming in the Champions League next season. I honestly think he's garbage. I don't understand why he didn't go for someone like Monchi, but either way, let's take a look at Corentin TOLISSO in a little bit. Let's take a look at Corentin TOLISSO, see his stats. So, he's valued around 12.5 million, so he has basically potential to be a very good, solid player. Like, he'd be someone who almost would basically be like Cesc Fabregas in 2-3 years when Fabregas starts going down in ratings. So, kind of weak on the corners, but very good heading, good first touch, very determined. He's good positioning, very smart mentally. Basically, a very good central midfielder. And these stats are what impress me most: agility, acceleration, balance, jumping reach, natural fitness, pace, stamina, height, strength are all above 13, and most of them are 14 and above. So, very good stats from him, and he has a bunch of spots that you can easily play for him. So, yeah, box-to-box midfielder. Imagine him and Conte together. That would be very, very nice. So, that's going to be the end of the episode. Either way, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace!